I like the way that the lesson is scaffolded, and that's very important. It starts out with the opening activity to get them thinking about choices. Then the demo text helps to demonstrate, a character in the story who makes those choices. And then after you move on from that, the story becomes the framework. It becomes kind of the springboard into the larger essential question. And so you can go back and check to see, well, what kind of choices could Catherine have made? What type of person is Stephen and James? And so the text helps them to take all these ideas that we were already discussing and apply them to real characters in the story and into a real plot. Let's flip to the next page. So we have to unpack the thinking process. We have to understand what was our process of thinking when we tried to make the prediction. With the story, you have to think about the characters, the setting, and the plot. This is all the information that you get in order to understand or to be able to make a prediction. So characterization. What's the first thing that you notice about a person when they walk in the door? What's the first thing? You meet them for the first time. What's the first thing you notice?
How they dress.
How they're dressed or how they look. Anything else? What else do you notice about them? How do you gain information about a person?
Like if they walk in like all like lazy and stuff, you may think that maybe the night earlier they like stayed up late or something.
Okay, so maybe by the way they act or the way they're walking, how they behave. Anything else? What else do we look for?
The way they talk.
What did you say?
The way they talk.
The way they talk. Okay, so if you look at this little list below, these are all the things you said. You look at what characters say or what people say. You look at their actions. You pay attention to how they react to certain things. This is how you gather information. So in order to make a prediction, you need to understand what the characters in the story are like. You had to know that, okay, maybe Catherine would react a certain way because she's religious. So maybe, as you said, religious people would be they would have more of a desire to do the right thing as opposed to somebody else. So you took information about that character to make your prediction. Then, of course, you think about the setting, when and where the story takes place. How did you guys feel on the first day you walked into school? How did you feel?
Nervous.
You felt nervous. Okay. Now, how has your feelings changed now as compared to the first day you walked in? Do you feel just as nervous?
No.
All right. The reason why is because you've been here for a while, so you're more into the routine of how things work, you know more people, and so the time has changed, the setting has changed. The when you first stepped in has changed to the when that you're currently, the situation that you're currently in. And so setting is also very important when trying to make a prediction. Then the last thing you have is the plot, which is, and we talked about this before, the events or the actions that take place in the story. And when you combine all of these three things, that's the information you use to make a prediction.
So they unpack the thinking process, helps kids articulate what it is that they do. And if you can articulate what it is that you do, then you've got a much better chance to be able to do it in a different sort of situation.